Welcome to Team Relay's presentation on the Drake Relays Companion app. For our computer science capstone project, our members, Liam Bartolomucci, Noah Duggan, Jordan Klein, and Nicholas Shipley, have designed an app that can assist people during Drake Relays by providing useful tools to multiple types of users. Drake Relays has always been one of the most popular events that Drake University holds. It's a week-long collection of events spread throughout the entire campus. However, with so many events being offered, it can be hard to keep track of when and where your favorite events will take place. This is what inspired our team to create the Drake Relays Companion app, or the DRCA. One of the major goals of this app is to provide students and visitors with easy access to information regarding Drake Relays. This app also has a second major goal: make it easier for the university to run relays. One of the hardest parts of holding a large event like relays is communication. Somehow, you need to give a large crowd spread out throughout campus the information they need to attend events. The DRCA is meant to be a tool for Drake University that can spread information easily and universally. It will also provide the university with some feedback for each event through a like function. This will be discussed in detail later. There were two main components to consider when building this app: the database, which stores information for the app, and the app itself. For the most part, the app reads the database, taking the previously stored data and displaying it. There are some cases where the app can input information into the database, though. Exploring these two components should give you a pretty good idea as to how the entire project functions. The database is developed using an Amazon relational database service. The main goal of the database is twofold: store information on events taking place during Drake Relays, and store the login information of the users who download the app. 3 tables, user, event, and results, are used to store this information. I'll explore the purpose of each table and their components in more detail later on. To develop the app itself, our team used the Python framework called Kivy. This framework is designed to help developers create mobile applications with Python code. It has allowed us to create an app that has a number of functions. These include a display of events that will take place soon, a map of campus showing the location of events, and a list of results for each event. Depending on the permission level of the user, a fourth feature will be visible that allows the user to edit the results of events. With these two components outlined, let's take a deeper look at the database. For background, use of the app is split up into 2 phases: the preparation phase and the live phase. The preparation phase occurs before Relays begins, when the data for each event needs to be entered into the database. This is when the event table receives its information. Once the data for each event has been converted into a Microsoft Excel file, it is loaded into the event table. The event table has 6 attributes: the event ID, which is also the primary key, the event name, the event date, the event time, the event location, and the event interest. These attributes are used to display information inside the app. The app calls an event by its ID. From there, it uses date and time to organize events in the app's main hub. The location attribute is used in the map feature of the app. Finally, interest measures how many people are interested in an event through user voting. This is the only attribute in the event table that will be consistently updated during the second phase of the app, the live phase. The live phase occurs during Relays Week. This is when users will be interacting with the database. The table any user interacts with will be the user table. This table holds the login information for users once they register with the app. This table includes 4 attributes: user ID, the primary key, username, password, and user permission. The other table used mainly during the live phase is the results table. This table is used to store the results for each event and includes the following attributes: event ID, the primary key and a foreign key, and the place, time, or distance for the first, second, and third place winners. In the user table, user ID is an automatically generated variable which can be used to find the username, password, and permission level of a user. The permission attribute indicates whether a user has a high permission level or a low permission level. A user will have a slightly different experience with the app depending on their permission level. This will be discussed later. The results table is indexed using an event ID from the event table. Each event ID has associated results attributes that tell you the name of the first 3 winners for each event. Because the events will either be measured in time or distance, each of the 3 winners also has a time and distance attribute, which are optional. The next part of the presentation will explore the app itself. The easiest way to do this will be to give a demonstration of the app. Try to keep in mind that this isn't the completed product quite yet. Namely, we still have to work on the final design of the app. This is just a template. Before I begin, I should note that I'm talking over a video of the app. This is just the easiest way to record this presentation. When you first load up the app, you'll be brought to the first feature, the login screen. We've added a new user page, which lets someone enter a new user into the database. Here's a short demo of how that works. So you go to the new user page and create a new login account, username and password. And this will be submitted to the database. And now you can use that new account to log into the app. Alright. Alright, now let's see how a registered user would log in. There's nothing too overly complicated to explain here. This lets you enter in a username and password. If they match with a user ID in the database, then the user is allowed to access the rest of the app. Let's see how this works. So, here's just a short example. Put in the username and then the password and connect, and you'll be right into the app. There. Once you're inside the app, you'll be taken to the main event hub. This displays events that are about to occur. So, let's see. Right. What just happened there was a user checked a box next to the events they were interested in. This is the like feature I mentioned earlier. Checking these boxes and pressing the Submit Interest button, which I'll show here, there, will add to the interest column for an event in the database. This is a good way for Drake to know what events people really like. There. Another feature in the Events tab is the Refresh feature, which was just demonstrated. The Event tab doesn't update live, so this button can be used to see what events are about to occur. This is useful for keeping people up to date with the events of each day. Now we'll look at the Map tab, which should be right here. Right there. Okay. This feature will display the location of an event on a map of campus. This should permit users a better experience at Drake Relays, since they will be able to instantly tell where an event is taking place rather than having to look it up on the website. You can scroll around the map to find your favorite event, such as this. Just look around and find your event. Right. Finally, let's talk about some features that aren't fully implemented yet. The first feature is the Results tab. Here's a mock-up for it, right here. The Results tab will display an event, the names of the first, second, and third place winners, and the time or distance they achieved. It will receive all this information from the results table in the database. Events that have yet to be completed will simply display to be determined or just nothing at all. Now, someone needs to actually enter these results in. This is where the high permission, low permission user aspect comes in. A high permission user will have access to an additional tab, the Edit Results tab. Here's another mock-up. From this page, a high permission user can enter in an event ID and the associated information. This will input the results for an event in the Results tab. This allows the results to be edited at any time. And with that, this concludes the presentation for the Drake Relays companion app. While we add the finishing touches on the project, we ask you to stay safe, stay healthy, and to look forward to our future app. Have a great day.